It's been about 2 years now, and many Magic the Gathering players ask the question, was Commander Masters and Commander Legends 2 Battle for Baldur's Gate really that bad of a set? Received as a disaster by some and a disappointment by many, these two sets are actually a lot more complex than you might think, and I have many opinions on the subject, all of them strong. So I'm going to be cracking open a collector booster box of each to show you what's inside, as well as guessing ignorantly at prices, but most importantly, I want to share my thoughts about the truth behind these two sets and their reception with the Magic the Gathering player population. I also want to give all of this away to you because it is the annual Whatnot card show and Whatnot's going big, so they have given me 10, count them 10, collector booster boxes of Commander Masters and 10, count them 10, collector booster boxes of Commander Legends 2 Battle for Baldur's Gate to give away from me to you this April 3rd at 3 p.m. Pacific on Whatnot. My stream will actually be kicking off the Whatnot card show, which is an entire weekend of sellers offering great deals on Magic the Gathering and other trading card games, cards, accessories, packs, whatever you can name. And not only am I giving away 20 collector booster boxes to kick off the Whatnot card show, but everyone who creates a brand new account gets a $15 credit to spend on anything they want, from cards to auctions to singles to booster boxes and packs. It's a $15 credit to spend anywhere in my store or on anyone's. So just create your account by going to www.whatnot.com/invite/Tolarian College. You'll get $15 and tune in this April 3rd at 3 p.m. as we kick off a whole weekend of the Whatnot card show, and I'm giving away 10, count them 10, Commander Boosters, Collector Boosters boxes, that's a box, and 10 Bootsa Commander Legends 2. That's 20 Gabada. I'm tired because I'm out of breath, and you will be too from screaming in excitement when you win one of these boxes. Collector Legends Commander Gate Baldur's 3. 2 from me to you. That one might be yours April 3rd on Whatnot. Can you believe I do these ads in one take? Most people can't believe it, but it's true. Can you believe I do these ads in one take? It's true. It's true. It's true. Seriously though, all you have to do is hang out with me and you might walk away with one of these. And interestingly enough, they're all going for about $240 to $250 each. So when we crack these open in just a minute, we're gonna really see if there is value to be had in these boxes. Let's check it out, but I hope very much I'll be giving you one of these at the start of the Whatnot card show this April 3rd at 3 p.m. Pacific. See you there, and now let's get cracking. So a couple of disclaimers before we begin. Quite frankly, these are older sets at this point, and no, I have not memorized what cards of value are in them, so I am not going to be guessing prices on every pack, definitely the first in each, and then a little bit as we go along, but more than anything, I want to offer my commentary on these two sets, which are considered in different ways to be somewhere on the scale of disappointment to outright failure. Is that accurate? Yes and no. And my disclaimer is this. I'm going to start with Baldur's Gate. The disclaimer is that I gave very critical reviews of both of these sets when they came out. And here I am putting forward the idea that I think both of these sets are undervalued. I mean, both of these booster boxes are, depending on where you shop, somewhere in the $220 to $250 range. And I think that there's potentially a lot of value. I'm actually going to say before opening these that I think at the very least Baldur's Gate is going to blow through that $250 value potentially. And you never know with Commander Masters. It stinks that there's only, 4 packs? Maybe not this, and that's part of the problem. That's actually a huge, I'm realizing that now. Again, I keep forgetting, there's like 4 packs in this. So actually no, $240 for that, screw that. This, however, is pretty good, but that is my disclaimer. And my disclaimer, dear friends, is that my issue was never with the contents of these packs, but the pricing and the marketing of them. Commander Masters could have been an amazing Commander set had it been treated like a regular Magic the Gathering set, or even just a regular premium, slightly more expensive set, where you still got, in the same way as Baldur's Gate, full 12 packs in your collector booster box and whatever the appropriate number for the draft boosters at the time and set boosters at the time, but that they went full greed, full min-maxing on it, and that was one of a few ways they sabotaged these sets. But the design of these Baldur's Gate cards, the inclusions of the reprints in Commander Masters, that was never the problem. Pricing and marketing was the issue. And that brings me to the first point I'm going to say after I guess very incorrectly the prices in this Baldur's Gate set. But the issue, of course, is I don't think that this looks anything like Baldur's Gate. I love Baldur's Gate 3. I think it actually is. It's definitely one of my favorite video games of all time, but I think it's one of the best video games of all time. I've played it like crazy. And I can tell you that when I go through these packs, while I do see good Magic the Gathering cards, what I don't see is really Baldur's Gate 3. Just show the prices for this one pack of everything. I don't think any of these foil uncommons are worth $1 even, probably 30 cents, but, show us here. But I think that there's a major disconnect. Doesn't even have to do with, people say that the issue was that it came out ahead of the game, and I disagree. Obviously, it would have been better for sales if it came out alongside the game, but I don't think that the art or card design really reflects Baldur's Gate 3 in most ways. In fact, even the fact that characters like Astarion and Karlach in here don't look like their characters. They had to re-release a special secret layer of those two characters in particular, and just to make them look like the characters. Here we are up to the forests. I always say in these sets that the special full arts should be at least like a couple of bucks, but I don't even believe that's the case here. It's just a basic land. It's got a quote or whatever on it. I bet this is like 25 cents, right? All right, here we go. Charcoal Diamond. Nice reprint for sure. But I will talk about in a moment how the reprints for this set, which again, remember was Commander Legends 2, or at least Commander Legends, don't in any way line up with Commander Legends reprints. But before that, let's guess prices. What's this worth now? Is this a foil? It's the alt art. Is this a $5 card? Gut. The True Soul Zealot. Doesn't look like Gut, does it? Like, seriously, zoom in, editor. You've played Baldur's Gate 3, friends, right? Like, that doesn't look like Gut. And that's part of the problem. Cool little uncommon card. I guess this is maybe $2. Candledeep Sage. You can't really see it very well from the back. Candlekeep. Commander creatures you have, it's a background. I like backgrounds a lot. It's $1, right? Nira, Wild Mage. Was Nira even... I don't believe Nira was in Baldur's Gate? Was Nira in? I don't know, and this is part of the thing. It's like, it might have been. I don't know. But Nira's maybe, again, a $2 card, I think, in foil. Stick Together. Doesn't look like characters from Baldur's Gate there. This is $1. Archivist of Ogma, $2. And this isn't feeling like my journey in many ways. Shadowheart. There she is. All right. Very hard to see her, isn't it? There she is, Shadowheart. Great. Maybe a $5 card, right? We've got it in the etched foil. $5. Not the best commander in the world. Sacrifice another creature, draw X cards where X is that creature's power. Choose a background. I don't know. I mean, I do like bad commanders. I really do. I do like underpowered commanders, but I feel that Shadowheart, Karlach, Astarion, Will, all of our main characters should have been really incredible, memorable commanders, akin to face commanders in commander decks. And why didn't we have commander decks where it was a Shadowheart commander deck? We had commander decks for Baldur's Gate with characters that weren't of our main characters. Can you even name the Baldur's Gate commanders, face commanders for the commander decks? Shouldn't it be, well, Astarion, Shadowheart, Karlach and awesome commanders. And that's one of the things where there's this big disconnect, and people keep saying, if only this set had come out, like right when Baldur's Gate 3 had come out. No, because it still wouldn't have even had a Shadowheart commander deck, and she's in here, and look at what she does. That's not that great. I'm sorry. Baal, Lord of Murder, in the old D&D frame, but, doesn't look like it did in the video game too much, which is too bad. Didn't have that tie-in there. I don't know. This is maybe a $3 card? Bountiful Promenade. And we even have, and I'm already, sounds like I'm being disparaging. I think that as a standalone set, it's still really good, and it's great that they included the commander lands in here. What is this, $10? Bountiful Promenade. We've got the Battle Bond lands. When are we getting Battle Bond 2? And a full art squirrel token, flipping over to a treasure token. That pack didn't have too much in value, I don't believe. I'm not going to keep guessing prices as we move into these other packs, but I am going to say that I do think one of the biggest things that is overlooked is how this does not feel like the video game it was supposed to be tied into. The biggest hits we could get in here, and editor, you don't need to show anything until we get to the basic land in terms of prices. Patron of the Arts, we don't need. Patron of the Arts, it's a dragon noble. Okay. Again, it just doesn't feel like Baldur's Gate too much. The biggest pulls we can get are the dragons, right? Ancient Copper Dragon. Listen, Prof doesn't have the best memory in the world, and I have only played Baldur's Gate 3 several times, and I do similar run-throughs because I'm horribly stubborn that way. I can't bring myself to do a different sort of thing. Now start showing prices on Renari, Merchant of Marvels. But I don't recall really much with dragons in Baldur's Gate 3. I don't remember an ancient copper dragon or an ancient silver dragon or things like that. And it does just feel like it's a very more generic D&D aesthetic in here, where the connections to Baldur's Gate 3, not entirely, there are some good ones, but don't quite sync up, is the thing. Pact Weapon, that, that's cool. I'll guess on that. That's got to be $10, right? But wow, nice. That's cool. Listen, I like the set and I like the cards, but I do think that's one of the disconnects that happened and why it's still sitting on shelves. I mean, we saw a spike when the game came out in cards like Karlach. There's Elminster. Well, at least he was in it. Elminster's what? Is he also $10? But that's cool. Elminster's more than that. Well, I said 10. I'll stick by it, but I think Elminster's more than that. Basilisk Collar, great reprint. And so that's one of the issues. But the other issue then is in marketing, where this is not Commander Legends in any way, shape, or form. The original Commander Legends was a mix of new card designs made for powering up Commander. I mean, the most notable of which is Jeweled Lotus, and reprints that are perfect for Commander, from Demonic Tutor to brain fart. You know what's in there. Jessica's Will, all the Commander staples. I'm not going through it all. That sort of stuff. And a million others. And this just feels like another D&D set. And the previous D&D set, Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, that was $4 a pack with regularly priced collector boosters. And I think that they really designed another D&D Adventures in the Forgotten Realms set and then kind of tried to tap it into Baldur's Gate 3. And that's really the issue. Here's Kadira, Collar of the Small. That's like a $3 card, right? And so ultimately, Baldur's Gate 3, Commander Legends 2 hits the shelves, and people are disappointed. They were expecting the amazing reprints and the amazing power levels of Commander Legends 1, and we didn't get it, but we had the same pricing. $10. The best things in here are the Battle Bond lands in terms of reprints. The best new cards are dragons, which don't have much of a tie to Baldur's Gate 3. Elondo the Seer. I keep feeling like I'm going to embarrass myself, and I'm just going to say I don't remember him from Baldur's Gate 3. And you're going to go, yeah, he was in whatever location. And maybe, but it just feels like, that was Baldur's Gate 3? I don't know. Battle Angels of Tyr. I don't remember Battle Angels of Tyr. And there we go. Storm King's Thunder. That's definitely not a Chase Mythic. $5, and even in foil. So maybe you're going to disagree with me and you're going to say, Prof, the Storm Angels, that was that one spell, right? Or something. But I feel that we could have had a much better Baldur's Gate 3 tie-in set here. And that we could have had commander decks for the companions. We could have had big reprints that were akin to the reprints of Commander Legends. But what would you reprint? Commander Legends and, to a lesser extent, Commander Masters covered so many of the staples. You start to have an issue with what is called reprint equity. And with so many of these, and I'm all about reprints, but with so many of these extra bonus sets, which once came out very rarely and now come out 1 to 2 times a year, we've got a situation where we're running out of that reprint equity. And it's like, well, we can't just put the same cards in every set. It's less special. And I think also you have just simple oversaturation. Wow, there's great sorting there. Show our 2 prices side by side. Is that etched foil really worth that much more than the regular foil? Ravenloft Adventurer. Don't really, yeah. I'm not going to keep harping on that point like a harper. Look at that. Booyah. We got some synchronicity in the universe here. Harper Recruiter. So there is all of that culminating in what is a really cool Dungeons & Dragons set that should have just been called Dungeons & Dragons Baldur's Gate, not being that big of a tie-in to the main set. And it could have been $4 packs, and I think it would have been very well received. Backgrounds are amazing. I don't like partner mechanic, but I like the background mechanic a lot. I think it's really clever. There's Karlach. She's up to like a good solid 15, right? She's all right. She's pretty good. But again, I think that we could have had a redesigned companions. Not actual companions, I meant our companions from the adventure, where the art looks like them, where they led the commander decks, and then maybe there was a second version of the card that was more akin to this, that was in the main set, something like that. There's Gale. Doesn't that look just like Gale? And you're gonna say, no, these are the out of the D&D pages. This is how Gale looks in the drawing in a page. That's cool, but that also leads credence to my thing that this is just a Dungeons & Dragons set and didn't accomplish a good tie-in with the game, even if it had come out at the same time as the game, which obviously that would have helped it. So when I did my reviews of this and I was negative on it, my focus was the price, the fact that it did not feel, in terms of reprints or new card designs, anywhere near to Commander Legends 1, and yet it still had the Commander Legends marketing. We can go a little faster through these ones. And yet, there still is a lot of really good value in here. Now, I opened up this video saying that I feel that we're going to easily hit the 240. I don't know where we're at right now. I'll make my guess after the next pack, and then I'll start naming prices again. But maybe not. Maybe there's a reason this is priced, after all these years, still at the same price as the new sets, collector boosters. I don't know. Astral Dragon, that's something. In the stretchy art, the Astral Dragon is maybe $18. Displacer Kitten, $8. Popular Entertainer, it's me, the Professor. I like the background, I really do. I like this set, I really do. I just did not like the marketing and I did not like the pricing. And if you wanted to keep it exactly as is, it should have just been another D&D sort of set, standalone at that regular $4 pack pricing back in the day. And there it is, with the Ancient Silver Dragon. $30? Is it a $30 card? $30, show me. But this is the sort of thing you can get in these packs. And I think that it is undervalued, especially in the non-collector booster ones. Although with the collector boosters, my next Whatnot stream, thanks to Whatnot's generosity, some of them are mine, we're doing a mix. The reason we're able to do 10 boxes, ooh, loud, ooh, ASMR. The reason we're able to do 10 boxes of each, 20 collector booster boxes total, 10 of the Baldur's Gate, 10 of the Commander Masters, is that I had some left over that I was gonna give, and then Whatnot's like, we wanna do something big for the card show. And so tune in, hang out with me, you'll hear me talk just like this, and maybe you'll walk away from there with a collector booster box or other cool things that we sell in the shop. And it's a lot of fun. And you get that $15 credit just for signing up. Anyway, I'm not gonna shill. That's the last shill for the whole video, except at the end where we shout it out. But that's it. And I'm gonna guess prices after this pack. But yeah, now that I'm going through it, I think I was picturing crack this open and it's just, oh, I love Obelith Spawn. I had such a cool episode of Shuffle Up where I got to really make this start to go off, and then I just got a little shut down. But this got to be a 750. There's another Ravenloft Adventurer. Noble Heritage. And there's Lizelle. And I like Lizelle. Mono white. If you would put one or more counters on a creature or planeswalker you control or on yourself, put that many plus one of each of those kinds of counters on that permanent or player instead. That's actually pretty good. You choose the background. You can make this white-green, white-red, white-black. I love the way backgrounds work, and I love the way that works with a card. Lizelle is one of the better designs, in my opinion. I think Lizelle's good and Karlach's good are my top two out of all the possible like main cast companions. But I wish there had been, let's say, a green-white Lizelle. Would Lizelle be if Lizelle was multicolored? That's a good game. Oh, let's do that! What each companion would be if they had to be multicolored. Lizelle would be definitely green and white. Would Lizelle have a third color? Ancient Copper Dragon, showing me that the idea of guess the companion colors. And it's in foil, $50. Show me $50 for this card, which you can get in these collector booster boxes. Boom. Awesome. All right, Lizelle, we're sticking with Selesnya, all right? She doesn't have any black in her. She doesn't have any red in her. She doesn't have any blue in her. Will is gonna be maybe white, you know, I'm the blade. So he's the law, and then he's also black because he's made his demonic pact. So maybe they're all two color, which then leads credence to the backgrounds. I like backgrounds. Karlach, obviously mono red does work well for her, but if we were to add another color, is she maybe black through just that she's been touched, you know, by the demons? It's the little remnant of her demon heart. She eats soul coins. She won't go too far. If you do an unethical run, she'll leave your party very consistently. There's not much way around it. But is that even foil? That is foil, editor. Ooh, little ding on the bottom. Maybe red-black for Karlach. Does she have another one on there? No. I'd say if you had to make her two color, required, that out of the other colors, black. Who else we got? Shadowheart, obviously mono black. Probably black-white for Shadowheart, I'd say. Is what we'd go there. I know we're ending up with a lot of Orzhov if I'm saying Will is black-white as well. Shadowheart, would she have another color? Maybe she's black-white-blue. She's got a little bit of that, like, you know, ancient lore knowledge. She's, you know, doing her whole cleric thing. No, she's black-white. Yeah, and then Astarion. Well, he's black-white. So, there you go. He's already there. So Astarion, he's 6. Just what you want a commander to cost. Death Touch, Life Link. At the beginning of your end step, choose one. Feed. Target opponent loses life equal to the amount of life they lost this turn. Beat in my end step, okay? Or friends, you gain life to the amount of life you gained this turn. Rough to build a commander deck around that. Do me a favor, editor, right here next to Astarion, right here, show me the secret layer Astarion so I can, and zoom in as best you can. You can make my little box disappear. I want to emphasize what an absolute difference between even this, which is the better artwork amongst the companions, and the redesigned Astarion, how he looks. It's just dramatic. Now, we can come back. You can say night and day that the difference is because they did not have access to the final thing when they were doing the set. Maybe you should have made a better effort with Larian Studios to work on being able to do timing and artwork. I don't know. You got a lot of money. You can make a lot of things happen. So there you go. Oh, The Flautist. By the time this airs, my recent Shuffle Up and Play, no spoilers, but the episode with Commander Clash at Home of Shuffle Up and Play, which might have been about 2 days ago by the time this airs. Oh no, it won't have aired. Yes, it will have aired. It did air. Please watch it. Krim, Tomer, Olivia, I do something amazing with this card. I won't say what. Amazing with this card. So I'm going to say it's an $8 card. Who have I not named yet? I did Lizelle. Gale. I feel like Gale, maybe it's because you can do evil runs with so many of the characters. Gale's a little tricky to keep if you start being evil. Gale, if we had to add another color, because Gale's so mono blue, right? But like if you had to add another color, I mean, if you do an evil run, blue-black, if you do a good run, does he get white in him? Would you say Gale has some white in him? Zurius? Yeah, I could see Gale. Gale should be, how would we switch between the two? Gale has, okay, so the Gale for the Commander Precon is a mono blue, is blue, but has a black activated ability and a white activated ability. And if you use one of the abilities, you can't use the other one throughout the game, but they're really good. You push them like crazy. So essentially, you can build a 3-color deck with Gale, but you can only use 2 of his 3 colors. Does that work? What do you think of the prof designing cards there? Does that work? Probably not. It's probably a dumb design. Maybe it's just you can use either color, and Gale is black, blue, white, and it's just the way we go. But yeah, so I still think that this is a good pickup, and I'm about to guess with our Ascend from Avernus card. Here. There's Jaheira. Does she count as main? She joins later. You can't do a romance option. Jaheira would be, again, like green-white, yeah? Definitely. Were you upset that you could not do romance with all of the characters? I was more upset that we could not have the Bard lady. And I'm going to forget her name, because Prof's having memory struggles. Monster Manual. She did the cutscene when you were in the Druid camp. It was beautiful. That was the moment in my first playthrough, when I was playing through, and they did this big cutscene where she's singing the song. And I really was moved by it. I was like, not like by the song and the lyrics, like it wasn't like some like, oh my God, this is brilliant, but the total art of what we were accomplishing with that cutscene, it really kind of moved me. It really did. And I remember thinking, wow, this is something special. This is something special, this game. Though, of course, the real thing was when I started playing it, I was late to it. It had been out for about like 2 months by the time I played it. I knew nothing about it. Everyone in the office, all the editors, had been talking about it endlessly, just endlessly. And I finally went down to play it, and I died in the tutorial. In the tutorial, I died. And I posted that I died in the tutorial angrily. And people in the replies were like, that's what's cool about this game, that you died in the tutorial. But yeah, I literally died in the tutorial, which is so embarrassing. There was an episode of Frasier where Niles is playing video games with, there's Will. Oh, they made Will red. So red-black for Will? I like my white-black. Because Will is pretending to be a hero. I mean, he's a hero, but like I loved Will's character. Definitely underappreciated. He could have used a little bit more emphasis on that he was still like this kid pretending to be like Superman, right? And so he made a deal with the devil so that he could be Superman. And so it's like Superman, but has gotten his powers from Lex Luthor. Again, Astarian's Thirst on Gale there. Show the Secret Lair card. Same thing next to it. Looks so much more out of the video game because they knew. So apparently when they were doing this, they did not know they were using the early testing art. I get it. When we have situations like that in Magic, I understand that's the reason, but I, as a critic and a consumer's advocate, focus on the result. And so a lot of times you go, oh, well, this and that and the other is what caused it to be disappointing. But I focus on, I don't care what caused it to be disappointing. I am disappointed. And I'm going to just voice that disappointment that it doesn't look more like the game. and that the cards aren't better, and that the reprints aren't better. And there you go. So, yeah. Did we cover all the guys? I'm not doing Minsk. I don't actually like Minsk. I did not. That was my least favorite character, was Minsk. I know it's a fan favorite. Everyone's mad at me unsubscribing. I didn't care for Minsk. Maybe it was his introduction in the story didn't do it for me, but was my least favorite. I found him obnoxious. He was really irritating me. Not in a fun way. But I love Baldur's Gate 3, even though I've probably demonstrated extreme ignorance to it at this point. Raphael, the greatest freaking boss battle there is. Oh my god. And I love that he's actually singing, right? So what's he do? What does this amazing boss do? Did anyone else who watches Star Trek The Next Generation get reminded of Q? I thought it was like Q when he showed up, and it was like Q screwing with Picard. Maybe that's just me. All right, so Raphael's a 4/4 for 5, flying. Other demons, devils, imps, and tieflings you control get +1/+1 and lifelink. Oh dear. A demon, devil, imp, tiefling lord for a demon, devil, imp, and tiefling commander deck. All right, we've already got some trouble brewing that up. At the beginning of each end step, that's nice. If a creature card was put into your graveyard from anywhere this turn, my graveyard, create a 1/1 red devil creature token with this creature dies. That's not bad. I will be honest with you. I bet I'm gonna put this aside. I want to make a Raphael deck. This is a cool thing, because the idea of finding the right demons, devils, imps, I doubt there's much in the way of tieflings to go in there. I like this as a commander. I'm putting Raphael aside to brew up. There's Shadowheart. Less good. This is good commander design. Less good commander design. Ancient Brass Dragon. It's in foil. It's in that. It's $38.70, right? I didn't guess where we're at. I'm gonna guess that we are now, with 2 packs remaining, I don't know that we're at 240. I don't know that we're at 240. I don't know that we're at 200. I think we're at 160, maybe? 160? I don't even think we're that far. I don't think this has been as good as I thought. I'm gonna stick with the fact I said 160. You've been caught stealing. All right. Lapis Orb of Dragonkind. Yeah. So, I maybe jinxed it. I still think it's an underappreciated set with great designs, but maybe don't buy these, but get them for free on my whatnot. Oh, I promise not to shill for it. I promise not to shill. But at least I'm shilling for, I'm giving you free stuff. A lot of people are very critical of like, oh, all the whatnot ads. And I'm like, look, I can do an ad for a lot of things, or I can do an ad where my agreement with the sponsor is I get to give my viewers lots of stuff. And I'm always pushing for, hey, dig into those pockets, whatnot, and let me give viewers things like 20 collector booster boxes, you know? So, could be worse. And you get $15 when you sign up. And there's Will again. If you would roll 1 or more dice. Oh, Will is in my Mr. House deck. Did you see my Mr. House episode of Shuffle Up and Play? Where we did gambling with Ristic Studies and Voxy and Spencer Crittenden. And learned a little bit about some things. I learned things. Yeah, Will's good in my Mr. House deck. And there's Raphael again. I like the I do like these old D&D ones, but it's too much. Doesn't translate as well. All right. I guess I'll guess in the last pack. Oh, and Baldur's Gate is what gave us the damn initiative, which I do not like. Do not like. You know the problem with the I know they're popular. I know people like the initiative and they like the dungeon crawler thing, enter the dungeon. The reason I don't like them is it's trying to make playing Magic the Gathering like D&D instead of translating D&D to Magic the Gathering, if that makes sense. It's going the wrong direction. It's like, let's incorporate dice rolls and this and the map, you're exploring the dungeon, and it's like, well, we're not doing Magic cards anymore, we're doing D&D, and it should be the other way around, where they are capturing through Magic's mechanics contained on the cards a feeling of D&D, but I feel that it's pulling Magic out of Magic, if that makes any sense. This, to me, is not me and Magic. This with a, where do I have a little thing somewhere? This, God, to me, is my Bulbasaur, is not Magic the Gathering. This is taking me out of Magic. It's hard to track. It's bad design. If this had just been freestanding as a Magic mechanic not tied to D&D, you'd probably hate it, other than the fact it's extremely broken and powerful. But flavor-wise, this is a nightmare to track. All of that, I really dislike it. Anyway, continuing on. There's Alondo again. You're going to tell me he's in the game and that I am no true Baldur's Gate fan because I've also forgotten character names. Like, is it Alfira or Alfiria as the bard? I wish she could have joined the party because you don't also have a bard in your party. And yes, I know in the Dark Run, I won't do the Dark Urge run. I can't handle it. I can't watch horror movies. I'm very, very uncomfortable with that sort of thing. And I can't do the Dark Urge run. It makes me physically uncomfortable. I can't do, I love games like when I play, one of my favorite games is Fallout New Vegas. I do very pacifistic run. I don't do anything cruel. There's John Arenicus, probably our best episode of Shuffle Up and Play ever. And I love them all, but there he is. Was John Arenicus in Baldur's Gate 3? Kept waiting for him to show up. I did that episode before I played Baldur's Gate 3, I believe. All right, so total value on that, I'm guessing we got to 200. Show me $200. And now for the embarrassment. And the embarrassment is Commander Masters. I have heard that Wizards of the Coast is very unhappy with what they chose to do with this set. This set should have been one of the most amazing sets of all time, Commander Masters. And it was just terrible, not because of contents, but because of their min-maxing on pricing. Here we go, we're gonna get 4 packs in here, right? Am I correct? This is 4 freaking packs. Is it 6? Do we at least get 6? We get 4. We don't even get 6, it's not even half. It's not even half of this. 4. I love what's in these packs. There should be 12 of them. And if we did less, if a non-standard set happened every 2 years, there's a Legends set, there's a Masters set, there's a Lord of the Rings set, there's all this stuff in addition to standard, but just, there are your 4 standard sets a year, and every 2 years, there's a really special Masters or Masters-like set. No Horizons at all. I'm gonna go on the record as saying I think Modern Horizons 1, 2, and 3 have done more to damage Magic the Gathering than Universes Beyond by far. By anything. I think they've been the most damaging thing to Magic the Gathering. That's another video. And I love like the people who made Modern Horizons, and they're dear friends of mine. I love some of the cards individually, but I think that as a whole, it has done more to damage Magic the Gathering than anything else. And I hope we never see another Horizons set. And I wish there was a way to play Modern without Modern Horizons, and Legacy without Modern Horizons, and Pauper without Modern Horizons, and even Commander without Modern Horizons. Screw Modern Horizons. Commander Masters, if it just came out, normal pricing, normal pack inclusions, because it's not normal pricing, is it? Where you go, oh, because that's what they're trying to do. Do you I feel like I'm taking crazy pills here. It gets me so angry. You go, well, it's kind of the same price as their premium pricing. No, it's not. It's 4 packs. It's not. They're tricking you. They're putting fewer packs in the boxes and then saying the boxes are only a little more expensive because you go, oh, a box is X and a normal set is almost X. So it's kind of the same. No, it's not, because the box has fewer packs. They're tricking you. I hate it. It ticks me off because it's bad faith marketing. It's bad faith. I should have been naming prices. I don't know. Is Thran Dynamo anything, editor? Show me Thran Dynamo. What did we get? I'm so angry. I don't think there's any value here. Just say yes or no, editor. Is there any value in any of these cards? No. All right, we go up to our beautiful, gorgeous, old frame foil land. Show me $2. It's an island. It's got to be $2, right? Command Tower. Beautiful, beautiful art. Is it $2? Generous gift. See, everything in here is a Commander staple. Everything in here is great for Commander. The set failed because they got so greedy with it. The Commander decks were $100 each. Insane. Insane. Oh, I love the profile ones. Maybe a little too much. There is a point where when they did every Commander like that, it started to bleed together. I maybe would have liked just closer profiles. But yeah, you should be pricing all of these, editor. So are we up to, with 4 packs, we have to hit $240, $50. That means we need to hit what, 75? About 60, 50 bucks? My math. 5, 10, 15, 20. We have to hit like 60 bucks a pack. Are we at $60 in this pack yet? No, we are not. Spectator seating, $10, right? Taste of Karlov. Yeah, I think that the profile stuff is cool individually, but they just do too much of it. And then it just ends up being like they all look the same and it all blends together. I don't like homogeny in Magic Art. And Magic Art these days, they like this. Everything looks like this. Everything naming convention is like this. I do not believe that was a $60 pack. 6, 12, 18, 24. We need 60 bucks a pack, basically. I think I paid $250 for this. Anyway, you can get 10 boxes of these on my Whatnot stream, said the Shillfessor. So yeah, there we go. Modern Horizons, I hate it. Baldur's Gate 3, the game, I love it. Greatest game of all time. Baldur's Gate, Commander Legends 2, Battle for Baldur's Gate, nothing like the game. And Judith the Scourge Diva is $3. And there's our planes, it's not $2. Return to Dust, that's gotta be about $4. Dread Return, $2.50. Myriad Landscape in this beautiful super art, $5 foil. Ashling the Pilgrim. I need to build an Ashling the Pilgrim deck for Shuffle Up. Who's with me? What a terrible game that would be, but I did Zozu the Punisher. Remember when I did Zozu the Punisher? Right here? We did Zozu the Punisher. Yeah. Scythe Claw, that's gotta be an $8.50 card. $8.50. Gatewatch Beacon, $4. Juvenating Springs, $12 for my Simic deck with no real win con. Smothering Tithe, $20 in foil. This is, I love the art. Show me $20. Did we hit 60? No. Are we at 120? No way we're at 120. I don't believe it. I don't believe that those 2 packs, this right here, is worth $120. And if it is, then enjoy getting a free one of these on me. And our Whatnot stream, but yeah. Yeah, we're not going to price out these. Maybe I'm passing. Maybe this is like some expensive card, but I doubt it. I don't think Dread Return is. But this is a good set. This is actually, in a lot of ways, Commander Masters had it. Some new card designs mixed in for a few, for some fewer ones. Darksteel Mutations, at least $4 in foil, right? Right? Wrong. Forest, $2. Nope. Counterspell, $1.50. Arcane Signet, $1.50. All That Glitters, $1.50. Divergent Transformations, $2.50. Flawless Maneuver, now we're cooking, $23. Oh wait, it's the white one. $18. Flayer of Loyalties, $8. Yuriko, in that, that's about $6.50, right? Undergrowth Stadium, $11.13. City's Blessing Token. I'm not doing it. We're not doing that. All right. 6, 12, 18. Are we at $180? No, we are not. Are we at $120? Yeah. My guess is we're at 120. My guess is we're at 120. All right, and it's the last pack. So, at the end of the day, we're suffering from too many products, deceptive marketing, or inaccurate marketing, and price min-maxing, and just oversaturation. And what that's going to result in is really cool products like Baldur's Gate 3 and Commander Masters that should have been much better received, not doing well in the community. And that's a damn shame. That's a damn shame, because there's a lot of good stuff in here. And the truth is that if I give you a collector booster box of this and you for free and you open it, you're not going to be sad. Ooh, there we go. Isn't that an $18 card? Ooh, Regal Behemoth, $13. That's our last one. Oh, I think we got to 180. No. Yeah, no. 175 is my guess. Show me 175. Well, we almost made our money back on Commander Masters, so maybe if there was more than 4 booster packs in a box. But yeah, Commander Legends 2 Battle for Baldur's Gate, I don't know, now I want to hear from you. Do you think that these sets were the disaster that the larger population believes, or are they really hidden gems today or yesterday? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, I'm giving away 10 collector booster boxes of Commander Masters, and even better, 10 collector booster boxes of Battle for Baldur's Gate 2 Commander Legends 3. No, the other way. This April 3rd at 3 p.m. Pacific on Whatnot to kick off the Whatnot card show, where there's going to be sellers offering all kinds of collectibles all weekend long. And when you create a brand new account, you get $15 to spend not just in my store, but in any store on Whatnot. Any weekend you want, but this Whatnot card show weekend is definitely one where you want to tune in. So just go to www.whatnot.com/invite/Tolarian College and then tune in April 3rd at 3 p.m. Pacific. Hang out with me. Let's talk magic off the cuff, and maybe, just maybe, you will walk away with one of these collector booster boxes, courtesy of Whatnot, sponsor of this video.
Next time on Shuffle Up and Play.
What's up? It's Shuffle Up and Play with decks that Tomer has built for us. Tomer built the entire pod for how much money, Tomer?
$25 each, so total $100.
Do you notice how he built the decks for all of us? And
I did notice that.
Did not rig it.
It looks kind of sus, Tomer.
This isn't petty prof anymore. It's proper play prof. All the P.
So much PP.
So much PP.
He's showing weakness. Get him.
You've played your last shambling guest.
Because it's Commander, yeah.
Yes, correct.
That's am I going to win next turn type face.
Oh, God, no. You didn't build it that good.
He just called you a zoomer. You gonna take that?
Because of that, I'm gonna swing at prof.